Yo, what's up? I'm Chris from FlyRyde.com, and you are here at my shop where I build custom lights. I tell you what parts I use, how I install them, and why I chose those parts. And sometimes people want to send me parts to review, so let's check out these LED rock lights. Normally when anybody wants me to check out a product or something like that, and I'm just a small little YouTube channel here, so this is not like every day people are throwing things at me. One day that would be great. But I'm not impressed usually when I see stuff, because I'm used to building things for these guys with high standards. They don't want a single blemish. They want everything maximum power. They see something better, they want to trade the old thing that they had for that, right? So these guys want it all. That means I'm usually pushing the envelope, trying to find what's the best thing that I can get my hands on. When I see a product that's nowhere near that, I'm just super not impressed. You know, like I don't like to embellish. I don't like to be like, oh, somebody sent me this $3 cost item and they want me to give them like a dope review. Like, let's give them a dope review. So I was very skeptical about these lights. You just watched me put them up on the little time lapse, but let's look at them in person and I'm gonna explain why I was actually really impressed. Okay, so let's check these things out, what they actually are, how they work. This is gonna be my review right here. So first off, I didn't think that they were gonna be bright. I thought they were gonna be super weak. And when I'm looking at them and I'm looking at how much light they pump out, and they don't have a big spot that you see. Look at that, thing's like on the ground. And look how fanned out the edges are of that circle. As I move it around, you can see the point because it starts becoming like a 120-degree thing. Like that's a straight 90-degree angle straight down to the ground, and it's just pumping out all that light. So considering this isn't a brand name that I'm used to working with or anything, look how it's lighting up my finger like that freaking Fireboy or whatever from Fantastic Four. What's that guy's name? Put it in the comments because I'm trying to remember. My kid would be pissed that I don't know this. He's like, flame on! Thumb flame? Okay, anyway, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna use these things for a car. I'm gonna use them for the shop. Now, I will say this, when I first turned these things on, I just hooked up one of them. It looks like the little driver for this, the box that powers them all, it's actually designed to power 8 of them. So I'm thinking when you have less of them installed, you're getting a multiple of the power it's supposed to have. So I think I was getting 8 times as much power because this thing was cooking. It was hot. And I left it on for a really long time in that full like 8 times power mode, and it was like blinding every time you hit it. I'm guessing that will kill this a lot faster than it's supposed to. But let's do this. I'm going to mess around one more time with the app that I'm supposed to use with this. And if you know anything about me, I don't like to use the stuff that's packaged together if I know that something else is gonna work better. So I'm gonna get some cool little anamorphic footage of this stuff on the ground, and then I'm gonna mess with the app, and then I'm gonna cut into this harness and modify it to make it my own. All right, well, because you guys were watching the videos, because a lot of the new subscribers came in, and December, I just got a giant spike in the channel. I got a little bit of extra money that I got to put right back into the channel. So, big thank you for that, and I'm gonna show you what I got. And this is my favorite new little tool that I've been using. So this video was plugging these cool lights that were given to me. And I'm gonna show you this, and I paid money for this, and I am pumped. This is like the coolest thing. I've been waiting for this for maybe a year and a half or so. So this is an anamorphic lens for my iPhone. This is from a company called Moment. And anamorphic means it's gonna give you that wide cinematic look on your videos. So you may have noticed in the last couple of videos, like these crazy little lens flares where like a big horizontal line goes across the whole screen, kind of like the Transformers movie, Michael Bay, J.J. Abrams style. That's what these guys always talk about. That's because of this crazy little lens. So I'm gonna show you why this next upcoming footage looks so cool. It's because of this guy. So I'm done with the lens. I can just twist it off, remove it, stick it in its little baggie, and then open up the app and start playing with these color changing rock lights. So let's do that. I'm gonna show you exactly how their app works. I kind of touched on it before. Let's dive in now that we have all 8 of them hooked up. I think that'll make a little bit more sense and show what you can expect if you use these things right out of the box. And then we get to cut into them and change things, maybe break them, I don't know. I think we're gonna make them way cooler, but they might blow up, so we'll see. All right, so let's launch this app. This is called Blue Light. It wants me to scan. I don't think, oh, there we go. It's connected. So that is similar to the XK Chrome app. The thing I don't like is that it's centered right in the middle. And this is just app design. This has nothing to do with the quality of the product or anything, just the thing that controls that product. So I should be able to turn it off and on. Guess not. Let's see. So this is called key light. I can adjust my brightness, do all of that stuff, which is cool. So that's it. So we can control everything like this. And guess that's the app. So we're gonna see if this thing gets a lot brighter if I disconnect the other one. So I'm gonna set it to the side and we'll just see. I'll time lapse and that should show it a lot faster. It's way, way brighter. So this is what I'm gonna do. I want to control these things with the XK Chrome app. So I'm just gonna chop into the wires that feed the controller itself. I think I can do that. I might not be able to. Think I can? Yeah, and then we'll go from there. So first thing I want to do is just strip the shielding back and see if I can expose the 4 wires inside so that I can get individual control of each wire. So there they are. What I want to do now is actually send direct voltage to the little LED pod without any kind of a driver. This is a bad idea. Don't do this. But I'm doing it for you because somebody sent this to me for free. So if I break it, it's okay. And I reviewed it and I think it's pretty cool. Links below if you want to buy it. Back to maybe breaking it. So I'm stripping this wire back. All right, and now we've got our RGB. Just 2 of these 4 wires. I know the black one is going to be power. I know the red one is probably going to be green, to be honest, but whatever. Let's just see what happens. We're going to hook this up to a little power supply over there that I can adjust the voltage on it. So I'm going to set the voltage really low. We're going to see what that LED does. It might not be good. 2.2. All right, let's see what happens. Ooh, red. They got it. They figured it out. So that's not ungodly bright. I don't really want to push it harder than that. So undo red and we get green. And it's very dim. Crazy. So red was ridiculously strong. Green is not. So it would appear that this setup, that's running at 2.6 volts. Let's see what happens when I turn it up. Now that's 3.2 volts. And what it's doing is it's running power directly to that LED chip. It's not going through a driver. This is why if you hook up 12 volts to all this stuff, they'd instantly fry because they're not capable of handling that much power. The driver does all of that. And then it goes right from the LEDs down these wires into that driver. And what I'm trying to do is figure out what I should do to adjust the voltage and hook it up to something better for Bluetooth. It is nice that they specifically have a different connector for the main driver here. Bluetooth color light controller. Got it. Oh, and it looks like you could scan the thing so you can get your app right from the box. Very smart on their part. All right, so I got my main power connector here. I'm gonna start off slow. I'm gonna hook up, let's see. We'll hook up 3 volts to that guy. That's not barely. That's a lot on. I like those LEDs. I just don't want to blow them up. So I'm gonna try something. I think it's still gonna blow things up, but it might not. Try to run resistors in a PWM, 7 volts. I can adjust the brightness with this little guy here. Oh, it's on fire. See, that's why I said sometimes these are bad ideas, guys. So I think this PWM module is safely considered fried. I was all excited for a minute that I found a way to beat it. Sometimes you should use things as they're intended to be used. I did try a resistor, and the resistor got freaking hot, super hot, because I was dropping voltage. As soon as I cranked it up to like 14 volts, that little tiny resistor that was dropping the power down for the red LEDs was just like scorching hot. So obviously that's not sustainable. I got a 6-volt regulator here. I'm gonna try that. And then I could finally hack those stupid wires and control these things any way I want with a 12 to 14 volt source. So here we go. Not lighting things on fire. That's the goal. So in the end, I did actually keep the 2 LEDs that are from the regular Bluetooth blue light. So this one, I can turn those 2 little bad boys over there, and they are bright. They're super, super bright. I wasn't nearly as impressed when there were 8 lights hooked up. Even when there were 6 lights hooked up, it wasn't nearly as bright. This right here is crazy. It's crazy. But the fact that I can control those ones with XK Chrome and I'll show you the side by side. It's not nearly as good because they don't have as much voltage running to them as they can handle. They can handle a ton, it's crazy. I'm gonna explore a little bit more with this going forward and fine tune these things and make them insanely bright, because that right here is insanely bright. This is not insanely bright. So let me just switch hands here. Which one is which? Obviously that's not the XK Chrome. That one's super crazy bright. This one is not, but they're still cool. I can still control them individually on different apps at the same time. So let's see, I'll change them to blue. So there's that one. Hop over to the other app and change that one to blue. So pretty cool that you can do both things. So let me show you from this angle. If I change that to red, and then I hop over and change, and see it's red, and change this one to red. Pretty cool stuff. At the end of the day, my review is, I don't know, they're super cheap, and if you mess with them and modify them, you can make them insane bright. So I would say to do that. I think it's worth it if you want a budget build. I do know that XK Glow has rock lights that I've been waiting for a really long time. So Brian, my man, Mr. XK Glow representative to FlyRyde, hook it up, sir. We need those rock lights. You've been kicking down all the other fun stuff, the apps, the different individual products, strips, and other goodies that we have coming out with the guys down at Throttle. So I thank you for that, Brian, and I can't wait to see the rock lights. Meanwhile, if you guys want the information about these ones that I played with, I'm gonna put that in the description below. You'll have a link to it. They asked me to put a bunch of other links on there, and I'm not gonna do that because I didn't see those products, and I don't know. I wanna just tell you guys exactly what I find out. So this is kind of a message to China. I'm down, send me stuff. I will definitely tell you exactly what I think about it. I'll hack into it, I'll tear it to pieces and figure out if I can use it for other things or make it better the way it's not supposed to be used, because that's what I do with all the other brands anyway. So it's no different for you guys. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I don't think this is a great product out of the box, but I think it has potential. So if you want more information, you're a manufacturer or parts middleman guy, hit me up. I'll definitely talk to you about putting your product on the channel. And for you guys that want to just buy stuff for cheap, this is probably a cool option that you can do. And for you guys that just want everything perfect right out of the box, wait for my boys at XK Glow to send me that product so I can review it. We'll compare it to these ones. And that is all. I think I'm done, finally. I went like an hour and a half over my creative goofing around period today. So, gotta get back to it. See you guys.